Of the Kim Jacobs Show. Listen, we have a great show lined up for you. I'm your host, Kim Jacobs, better known as the Balance Doctor. And all of our guests that come on, they're either people that have overcome some tremendous odds in their own lives as they balance this thing called life, or they're experts and they're here to share tips and strategies that will help you better balance and manage your life. Grab your virtual seats and let's get ready for some real, relevant, and relatable content on today's episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. I am super excited. Again, I get just giddy whenever Cassandra Davis comes on. So I have Cassandra here with us today, Lady Cassandra Davis from Servant Church NC, North Carolina. How you doing, Cassandra?
I'm fine. You see me shifting around. I'm trying to get straight in this car.
You know what? This show is all about how people balance our lives for real, in real time. And
real time.
I know how many hats you wear. And so for you to even be here right now on the show is pretty much a miracle. Okay.
Yeah, it's real time for real. Well, good morning, Kim. It's really great to be back. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for coming back. I know that as everybody's grabbing your virtual seats, let us know where you're visiting in from as well, so that we can go ahead and give you a shout out and just acknowledge you. We are so grateful when we have phenomenal guests in the studio audience as well that take the time to be a part of this broadcast. So thank you, thank you, thank you, and the studio audience too. Make sure you share the broadcast and tag your friends also. So Cassandra, I know we're not going to just go right to it. We're going to take about 2-3 minutes or so and give people just a chance to learn a little bit about you and your backstory, because a lot of people sometimes when they're tuning in for the first time may not know who you are. So talk to us, if you will.
Well, I'm Cassandra Williams Davis, and I'm a wife, mother, grandmother, sister, daughter, friend, and the pastor's wife, a student. So like many of my sisters out there, I wear many hats. Some of them fit a little differently on different days, but nevertheless, they are the hats that God has blessed me with, and I'm grateful. My husband is Pastor Selwyn Davis of Servant Church here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I have, let's see. I don't know, Kim. I do a lot of. It seems like
you do a whole lot, and the thing is, many times people always just see the smile, the exterior when we've come together in moments like this, but they don't always get a chance to see what it's like when you are behind the scenes and dealing with your child, for example, that has Down syndrome, and you're running down the street sometime trying to make sure he's. So it's many different facets to motherhood. When I think about me as a mother, I know how many hats I wear, but I want to give this floor to you to talk about being a mother and how you're balancing all of that in the midst of other hats that you are wearing.
Well, like you said, even me sitting in this car right now, that's because I'm wearing, one of my hats, and yes, but I guess I'm a little careful. I've grown to be a little careful about it because I don't want to discourage anyone or make them think that, oh, wow, I'm the only one out here that, is stretched from one end to the other. But right now I am in a season where I'm having to be very careful about the hats I'm wearing so that they're balanced. And sometimes they're not, but, I press through it. Especially just with the children. My husband is also a student right now as well, and myself being a student. And then, we've got two, one in elementary, one in middle school. And so sometimes our house doesn't, the environment at the house isn't what I would like it to be, because there is a lot of revolving doors, a lot of going and coming, and just not a lot of time. We haven't had a lot of, I would say, intentional family time. And so I know people like to say, don't judge me. So I'll say that, please don't judge me. But we have
Like,
not had,
okay.
yeah, like, what is she doing? And she's not, having that special time, with her family. Even the past, say, 3 weeks, I think I have not cooked a meal. My husband's has been cooking, and or grabbing, whatever we're gonna eat, for that day, or making sure the kids eat. And really and truly, if I'm gonna have a transparent moment, I haven't gone, like, to lay down for the evening, like, gone to bed.
Mhm.
Well, every night this week has been close to 3 o'clock a.m. So it's like I'm getting, the Lord woke me up this morning, and it's quite likely that I won't go to bed or lay down for a nap until tomorrow morning, because I can't ever seem to get in there before midnight. And not and really and truly, Kim, not because I haven't managed my time well. It's because I'm trying to get as many things done as possible, and sometimes those things take a little longer. And I'm working on a thesis paper right now, trying to wrap that up. And so when I get out of class, I take some moments. Last night I only was able to do about 7 pages to add to it, and kind of talk it through a little bit with my husband, because that's like 45% of my grade in that particular class. And then it's it's interesting. I'm mentally in a good space. Physically, I'm really tired. I could use a nap.
Right. I get it. I get it. And you know what? From one mother to another, one mother to another. We relate, and it's like you said, we're
Mhm.
not on an island by ourselves. It's stuff that is sometimes heavy laden, but it's
Yeah.
almost like it's a welcomed heavy laden experience, because
Yeah, because all of
we
it's
don't trade life
great.
in for anything.
Yeah, I'm grateful that God has, He's keeping my health, and He allowed me to have the capacity, just mentally to function through these things, and He's waking me up. And I believe that because I'm still here, there's just so much more that He has required of me. So I know that it's not just for nothing. I'm not spinning my wheels like a hamster in a cage. I know that everything that I'm doing has an expected end that God has, I think, ordained specifically for me. And so I have to keep telling myself, that this is for, a purpose, and something that, an assignment that's for me. And so that's why, I know I popped back on today just to, talk about what's coming up this weekend. That's the other thing that was on my plate, planning my first women's fellowship, I would call it, event for Servant Church, for the women's department of Servant Church. Wow, it's like, wow, I'm like doing this, this is like, I'm having this program, this event,
It's
and I'm
happening. And if
it's
you will,
happening.
if you will, let everybody know that the last time you came on, you talked about the conference, and we're going to pop
Mhm.
the flyer up and let you all know when this event is happening. And so, talk a little bit about the event first, and then we'll share the testimonies.
Wow. Yes, ladies. I've been on a couple times before now. Kim's been gracious enough to allow me to come on and just continue to invite each and every one of you. It's this Saturday. The clock is ticking. The countdown is very real right now. So this Saturday, April 20th at 12 noon at the Goodwill Conference and Business Center on Wilkinson Boulevard, the Women of Servant Church, our women's ministry department, is called S.I.S. And that S.I.S stands for Sisters Intentionally Serving. And we are having our very first, God gave us pearls of wisdom at the table with Sis. And for everyone who, for the past year, who has been joining us on the third Saturday of each month, we have our Sis Women's Fellowship. And that is a safe space for women to come together. It's not just the women of Servant Church, it's the women in the community and surrounding areas. And you take a seat at the table. And that table has brought about a lot of healing. It has really uncovered some things for people. It has, shifted trajectories for people to start new careers and different things. But it has been a place and a space that I think, God has just always showed up, and he's there with us, and he blankets us with his protection. Sometimes there's a lot of laughter, sometimes there's a lot of tears. There's been moments of anger and frustration, but all in a space where God had us like in a little bubble, in a capsule, where we could be in that room and just talk it through and be able to trust each other. So this is our 1 year celebration. Last year in March is when we had our first SIS fellowship. And so we had to get our dates together. So we pushed it into April. So that's why God is allowing us to celebrate what he has done through us as willing vessels who always just come before him. We try to empty out, and we try to come before him, as an empty vessel before his full fountain, and he pours back into us each and every time that we do that. And so we are celebrating what God has done and what God is doing and what we are expecting from him. So this Saturday, ladies, you still have time to register. And I'll let you in on something. I had a number in my mind about, the amount of women. I was like, the space and everything. And I was asking God, I said, oh, God, if you just let this many women, just compel them to come. And I know you're going to meet them there. Well, I want to tell you, as of last night, God has exceeded that number. He has exceeded that number. And right now, they're
You want
members
to
of
put some emojis in the comment section over there. Some praise the Lord, more hands and all kinds of stuff.
Yes, God has exceeded that number, and we're actually a member, Minister Angela, a member of our team. She's having to reach out today because it looks like we're going to have to open the space up on the other side
Whoa.
to accommodate. So we're checking into that today so that we can be prepared, because it's like, God just touched the heart of women. And when I looked at the list, there's some that I knew and some that I don't know, but God has exceeded the number. And I'm telling you, I'm like, okay, God, I trust you. It's exciting, but then it feels a little bit intimidating, because I'm like, whew, this is a lot of women.
It's gonna be off the chain epic. And I know I'm gonna be there too, okay? So I
Yes,
cannot
yes.
wait to participate. Let me ask you, what do you hope to have happen? What's the outcome that you're looking for from the SIS conference that's happening this Saturday?
You know what? I've been trying, and hopefully I've been expressing that this is not, what would be considered even a conference. This is not a program. It's an encounter. It's an experience. And what I'm expecting for each woman who just believed enough, in themselves, and entrusted, the women of Servant Church, that they're coming to have an encounter with Jesus. They're coming to have an encounter with the sister that they either know or they didn't know. But I'm looking for encounters this weekend. I'm looking for people to connect. And I've been praying and asking God to just shift the atmosphere in the room. And I want the women to, if even though they're going to come in, I'm sure feeling one way or the other, but I want them to feel as if though they had an encounter that was personal to them, and then one that felt like, uh, like they were a part of something, and that they really understood that, hey, that's my sister. This is my sister, because sisterhood, it gets such a it gets such a bad rap sometimes, because people always like to say you get too many women in a room. Sometimes, there's trouble, or you don't want too many women in the kitchen. But you know what? I know that that's not the plan that God even had for us, because he didn't even wire us like that. That's something that we feed into. I know and I believe, because I have sisters, biological sisters, and I have, sisters who I've just, adopted of my own. Like Kim is one of my sisters. And I can tell you, I'm going to sound like what my mom and grandmother used to say: we haven't had a day of trouble, and
It's
no,
true.
we really have not, and I think it's a mindset, and I think it's something that you have to be intentional about. But respect is at the top of that list, and understanding, and and don't listen to respond, but listen to, hear and feel, so that you can hear the heart of your sister when she's talking to you. And really and truly, it's so true. My mom would say, treat others the way you want to be treated. Be the change that you want to see in the world. So when I encounter people in my experience with people, do I always get everything exactly right? But no, but you know what? I'm going to apologize, and then I'm going to try to do it better, or try to show up in the way that that sister needs me to show up. And that's what we're coming together to do. And the women are excited because the women of sis, they got to see firsthand all year long the manifestation of God's promises in our women's ministry. Each and every third Saturday, and there was once I couldn't be there, but they were still there. And the twice, I think it was, because I had to travel. The room, it went forward because sis is not, Cassandra, as the pastor's wife. Sis is the sisterhood, and God has packed that room out. We've had, I think, on a Saturday, we've had as many as 32 women in that space, and they show up because they understand that it's about that encounter with the Lord. So I'm excited to celebrate with the women this Saturday, Kim. I'm excited, and please, Kim is going to put up the registration link. I understand we're already talking to Amanda out at Goodwill. We're telling her, you know what, you're going to have to take that wall down, because the women of Charlotte and the surrounding areas, they are coming, and we are going to accommodate them. The registration is $25, but please don't let that deter you from coming. If that's something you can't do, please just reach out, because we have sisters who are willing to sponsor you, because it's not about whether or not the financial piece of it. It's about you coming to get what God has for you in that space. And I promise you, when you take your seat at the table, God prepares the meal, but you have to come and get it. As moms, we cook dinner and we can put it on the stove and it's there. But if they don't come and get their plates and, and eat and partake of it, so, they'll say, we don't, you can't say you're not being fed. Come to the table, sit down, and let
Yes.
God prepares a feast for you. And what he has for you is for you, and what he has for me there. But I'm telling you, we are going to welcome you with open arms. Your sisters are waiting for you. I want you to come in. Don't, and ladies, I'm going to make a special request. Don't
Please.
huddle up and just sit with the sister you came with, or sit with the sisters I'm challenging each of you. Walk into that room. We couldn't get the one big table because of the way the space is, but we have several tables in there. Find a table with someone that you don't know. Meet another sister, love on another sister, connect with another sister, and we're going to have some fun in there. Minister Adrienne Blunt is going to bless us with her gift of Christian comedy. You're going to
And
love Miss
she's
Maddie.
hilarious.
Miss Maddie is
Yeah.
too much. So Miss Maddie's going to be in the house on Saturday, and we're going
Awesome.
to have a blessed word of God from Dr. Morella Ivey from the Greater Full Assurance Ministries, International Ministries, out of Durham, North Carolina. She is a dear friend of mine, and she walks in obedience to the word of God, and she is humble, and she is kind, and I look at her as being every woman. God has blessed me to have women in my life like that are helping me to understand things. Kim is one of those ladies. We call her Lady Pastor Mo. She's one of those women, that pours into me. Dr. Marcia Austin pours into me. Elder Irma Mason, they poured into me. I have women that I can call their names that have just shared with me, and just would take the time, to just give me nuggets, good advice, and I'm grateful for that. Minister Angela Permenter, she is
Love
she's like a
Minister Angela.
sister and a mother and a
Yeah.
friend, and and she just helps me to stay balanced. So, and I could name names all day long, but I'm telling you, those women that I've named, they're gonna be in the room. They're gonna be at one of those tables, and I'm telling you, you do not want to miss an encounter with the Dr. Marcia Austin. She
No, you
is
don't.
the epitome of style and grace and class. You don't
You
want to
don't.
miss that, and Pastor Alveria Fuller. I mean, there are some phenomenal women that are going to be in that space. And I want you to come out and encounter these women who are there, and they're going to be, they're going to be at these different tables. Go and talk to them, and let them share nuggets with you. So thank you, Kim. I'm just happy to have popped on today. But ladies, I'm making room for more. I'm making room for more. You still have an opportunity. Get that link, register. You can also go to the Servant Church Facebook page. There's a link there also where you can register. But please, Saturday, April 20th at 12 noon at the Goodwill Business Center on Wilkinson Boulevard, come and claim your seat at the table. The encounter that you're looking for could be right there, and we're going to pray over that room, and we're coming with a pureness in our heart and with respect. And listen, ladies, the attire is semi-formal. I want y'all to just get dressed to impress, and y'all know how we do it. Y'all know how we do it. But this is a time, and it's not for show. Come showing God, we want to give God our best on Saturday. And we want to walk in there as if we're expecting him to be standing at the podium saying, uh-oh, come dressed with that. And we want to feel like ladies, and we want to, we just want to come in, and that's a nice time. We've got, we're going to have fabulous food. There's going to be a meal there for you and everything. We have taken the time to just really prepare for your attendance. So I'm excited. I'm so excited, and God is using little old me. And I think it's all right that I say that, because I would have never thought. And I'm so grateful. Oh, sorry, that just hit me. He is using me, and oh gosh, that hit me really hard there for a second. But I'm thankful, and I'm doing my best because I have examples in my life, that if I walk with my head held up, and as some of the oldest saints would say, keep your hands clean and your heart pure, God can use you. Does that mean that you're perfect? No. But I was blessed with really good sisters, and if you guys come, my sisters are gonna be they're gonna be at the table, and I want you to meet them. And if my mother was still here, she'd be at that table. But you know what? She raised me in such a way that I just believe that God knew what I would need. And he sent so many other women who are here to pour into me with motherly love and wisdom. And Mother Ellis Bradley is one of those mothers, and so I'm so blessed of God. And I'm telling you, Mom, I'm proud to say that my mom did an excellent job with her daughters, and we honor her. I honor my mother. I honor her, Leela Mae Thomas Williams. I honored her when she lived, and I honor her now that she has gone on to take her rest, because she did the work. She did the work. She understood the assignment. And you know what? I'm not worried about her at all, because I know she's okay. But see, that's what I'm working towards while I'm still here. And that's what I want to pour into you. And I want you all to just come, allow us to love on you, meet a sister, connect with a sister. So thank you, Kim, so much. Sorry, I can't stay on the entire time, but one of those other hats has to get popped back on my head right now.
The funny part is I only came on live today
Wow.
because of you, because of you.
Well,
So
that's
I'm
what
like,
sisters do.
I'm like, I came on live today because of you.
Wow. Well, see,
This
look
is
at that. But that's what sisters do for each other, and I really appreciate it. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of you this Saturday. I'm praying that God just bless and keep each of you, and let no harm or danger or anything be a hindering or stumbling block for you getting there. He is there. He's there already. He's waiting on us. Come and take your seat at the table with your sisters, okay?
All right,
All right,
everybody.
Kim. Thank
Well,
you.
Cassandra, thank you. And I'm going to play a video as I know she's getting ready to depart, but I'm going to show you a little sis video that's about 53 seconds over here. And I will put this registration link back up again. Cassandra, I'm going to go ahead and put you backstage. Thank you. Thank you
Bye bye.
for being here. We can't wait to see you this Saturday as of
Yes.
12 to 3. God
Thank
bless
you,
you.
Kim. Bye bye.
All right, everybody, hold on. We're going to put this video here.
You can't keep nothing. You as my mother, you can't hold water.
All right, everybody, listen, I am so excited about this SIS event that's taking place. You do not want to miss this Saturday. So make sure that you go ahead and register. I know Cassandra has one number in mind that she's already surpassed, but I'm saying, please, today, let's even blow that number out of the water and go ahead and register for the event. I know one thing that she did share with me, that one of the times that she came on, about 30 or so people ended up registering right after her appearance on the Kim Jacobs show. So I can tell you that by coming on the Kim Jacobs show, sometimes, guess what? Some wonderful things do happen as far as some of the results for people that come and grace us with your presence and your gifts and your talents, and share those things with our studio audience. So the registration link is below, and it's also in the comment section. I saw quite a few comments that came in, and I want to take a moment to acknowledge some of those as well. And then I'm sure that Lady Cassandra will go back and be, oh, what does the $25 include? That includes your meal, and it includes your activities that will be taking place, and all of your networking and opportunity to fellowship with your sisters. And it includes the entire encounter. So make sure that you all pay the $25 and go ahead and get yourselves in the seat if you're in the Charlotte or surrounding areas. I see you, Dr. Lotus Richey. You say great information. Kim Jacobs is the Balance Doctor, and thank you for another great show. Thank you, Dr. Lotus Richey, for always being so supportive, and you're just a wonderful person. Literally, I really appreciate you. Great and powerful segment. Thank you for sharing. Blessings to you, and thank you to the Most High Creator for your mother and your movement. Yes. And so I'm really grateful how God has blessed Lady Cassandra and how he is using her. She has been a part of working with me for probably about maybe 13 or 14 years. Everywhere I've traveled, she's been alongside me. She's helped with printouts, and you just literally helping me better balance my own life by being there to be one of my assistants in a great way. And without her, a lot of things would never have happened. So I'm so grateful for how God put us together and how God is rewarding her faithfulness. Because I do believe that when we serve others and are not selfish about things, he's going to elevate us when the time is right. And I do believe that with my whole heart. And hence, right now, it's her time and it's her season. And what an honor and a privilege to be able to witness it. I'm so grateful to God. I see you, Rain. I see your comments and saying prayers over the conference. I also I saw a lot of comments coming in, so I don't know how. Okay, Rain, I saw you. You said I saw what you I want to put that up there. But I see what you said, and I appreciate it. Good morning, beautiful ladies. I love you all, Mom. You know Cassandra loves you as well, and she's so grateful for you to be a mother figure to her. Good morning and happy Thursday to all of you beautiful ladies. Same to you. So you guys, make sure you take a moment and register for the event that is happening this Saturday in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. $25 for the registration. Servant Church, and it's right here, all of the information, and I've also popped it in the comment section. I do also want to let you know, especially since I've kind of made this more of a local episode, that this week as well, happening right now, is coming up and let me put this up, remove myself for a second, but I want you to see this actual AIM conference that's happening, and it's April 17th through the 19th, 2024. And I'll just put it up there and remove myself so you can read the flyer and so make sure you all take a moment, and because the way that the screen works on the StreamYard program, it'll go right in the center if you don't have a backdrop. But I want you all to be a part of that conference as well. And it's right in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. Actually, it's in Concord, North Carolina. So I want to make sure that you know that you can participate as well. It's 7:00 p.m. and it's the Dubai jurisdiction under the direction of Bishop Amir and Pastor Kenya May. And so make sure you all participate. That's this evening at 7:00 p.m. And also tomorrow evening is the culmination of the AIM conference, and it's going to be at 7:00 p.m. as well. So you can follow Bishop Amir May's page and learn more about the event. And I did also want to pop a few pictures up. Let me see. Oh, I can't pop all these pictures because if I do, it will actually just be sitting in front of me. But here is a picture of Cassandra and some of her children. Well, that's her grandson, and that's her daughter in that picture. And well, you know what? I'm just gonna pop these pictures up, even though I'm like, my hands are gonna be flying. But that's a picture as well of her and her husband. A picture, let's see, I'll put myself over here. A picture of her and her son, and another picture of her and her family, her children. I think she has a granddaughter too now that's not pictured there. And her son-in-law is not pictured there as well. But all right, so those are just some of the pictures as well of Cassandra and her family. I also wanted to just let you know about an organization that I am the managing director of eWomen Network in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. And I'd like to invite you to learn more about it briefly. Hi, I'm Kim Jacobs, the managing director of the Charlotte, North Carolina chapter of eWomen Network. I am so excited that you stopped to watch this video. I've got good news for you. You've just discovered an international network of women entrepreneurs who are committed to helping you achieve, succeed, and prosper. We're on a mission here to help 1 million women entrepreneurs each achieve $1 million in annual revenue. Here at eWomen Network, we have a complete success system that supports you every step of the way in building and growing your business. You being here right now, it's no accident. We're supposed to know about you. We want to meet you to find out how we can help you as well as learn about what you have to offer. With over 500,000 women connected through 118 chapters across the United States, Canada, Australia, and the United Kingdom, you are never alone. If this is resonating with you, please go to eWomenNetwork.com/Charlotte. Notice too my contact information. I invite you to reach out to me and to check out our upcoming in-person and online events. I'm really looking forward to introducing you to our special community. All right, everyone. So we have an upcoming summit that's taking place in Charlotte, North Carolina at the Charlotte Museum of History on April 30th. And we're going to have our founder, Sandra Yancey for eWomen Network, will be present. And she's actually the person that's going to be teaching us how to unlock business success secrets. So I'm encouraging you, if you haven't already registered, I'll put the link in the comment section for you. If you know other business women entrepreneurs that are in the Charlotte or surrounding area, we have people that are traveling in from Richmond, Virginia. We have some that are traveling in from Tennessee, from Asheville. So people are coming in from different places to be a part of the eWomen Network 15th annual summit. And again, I'm the new managing director with eWomen Network, and I welcome the opportunity to have you all come. If you have a business of any sort and you are an entrepreneur, or you are in a high level position within your corporation and you just want to be able to have a way to have connections with other like-minded women that are striving to have their businesses get elevated and take new clients, make sure you come and be a part of our upcoming summit. You can use this registration link, and we will look very much forward to networking with you. So I'll put that in the comment section for you as well, and take a moment to register today. But let me please reiterate as we get ready to close out today that you are in for a tremendous treat when you register for the S.I.S conference that's taking place this Saturday. You already heard Lady Cassandra. She talked about how important it is for sisters to be intentional about serving other sisters, about loving other sisters, about considering our sisters. And sisterhood is something that should be an unbreakable bond. And as she said, I feel like she's a sister of mine. And I know that all of the other women that have been in attendance at these events that she has hosted every third Saturday of the month, then those women also feel like they're her sisters. So you're going to have an encounter, an experience, not a conference. Remember, she said it's not a conference. So I go back and stand corrected that it is an experience. And it's going to be an experience that you will remember for the rest of your life. So make sure that you come this Saturday, April 20th. It's from 12 to 3 p.m. You can use this link that I've put in the comment section to register. It's only $25 to go ahead and register for the event. Take that $25, register. If you're not able to attend, send $25 and let Lady Cassandra know that you are blessing someone else with the ticket so that people can experience the S.I.S sisters intentionally serving sisters, right? We're intentional about this. $25. Make sure we all go ahead and take care of doing that and being in attendance this Saturday. All right, everybody. Look, I literally only came on today because I wanted to be here for my sis, okay? And so that's what I wanted to do. And being that I'm hosting also a conference on April 30th, right here in Charlotte, North Carolina, I do want to make all business women entrepreneurs aware of that, because it's going to be a game-changing experience in that Charlotte Museum of History, and you don't want to miss that conference. That's a summit. That's where we're coming together, having some meeting of the minds, and we're hearing from a CNN hero, a person that has worked with IBM and Dell and some of these major thought leaders. She's going to be dropping some significant knowledge. That's Sandra Yancey. She's going to be sharing some great wisdom tips with us at the conference. So make sure you're in attendance and go ahead and register today for that. Well, if you want to get a showcase table, you can do that as well right through that registration link. And I'll be there too to see you and greet you and network with you. All right, anybody have any questions, comments, thoughts before we close out? Because we're going to close out soon here. Let's see. Great information, great and powerful segment. I see you. Blessings. Okay. All of these comments. Thank you all so much for taking the time to be in the studio audience, and always such a loving, active participant of us bringing balance to this world, one household at a time. It's my honor and privilege to serve you as the host of the Kim Jacobs Show. And I'll see some of you on Saturday at the S.I.S conference, and some of you on the 30th at the summit for eWomen Network. Take care, everybody. I love you all, and have a fantastic day. Bye-bye. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of The Kim Jacobs Show, and for being in the virtual studio audience. Your presence truly does make a difference, and I look forward to you bringing your friends and family to join you in the virtual studio audience Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I look forward to seeing you, and make it a great day.